The distant planet of Violia shone like a sapphire in the black sea of stars. Its forests glimmered with bioluminescent plants, and rivers reflected the twin moons above. Human explorers had arrived a few months ago, studying the planet for resources and signs of intelligent life. Among them was Captain Elias Ward, a calm and intelligent leader with years of experience in space exploration. Elias and his team had set up a small research station near a large lake, where readings indicated unusual electromagnetic activity. The humans were not alone on the planet, though no one knew what they might encounter. Violia's native life was strange but beautiful: glowing birds with translucent wings, trees that whispered when the wind passed through them, and insects that shimmered like gemstones. It was on the third week that they first saw her. She emerged from the forest like a living shadow. Her skin reflected the soft moonlight, and her eyes, large, golden, and luminous, studied the humans carefully. She moved with grace, but there was a subtle tension in her posture, as if she were both curious and cautious. "Captain," whispered Dr. Lena Moore, the team's biologist, "I think she's observing us." Elias nodded. "Keep calm, don't make sudden moves, let's see how she reacts." The alien girl, Lyra as they would later come to call her, tilted her head and slowly stepped closer. The humans remained still, their communication devices silent. Then something unusual happened. Lyra's body began to glow faintly, a soft amber light rising from her chest and radiating outward. She blinked rapidly, almost like a signal. The humans instinctively took a small step back, uncertain what to do. Dr. Moore's eyes widened. "Her species, she's sensing us. I think it's not aggression, but something else, something biological." Elias raised a hand. "Noted, let's keep observing, no sudden moves." Lyra froze, then approached a little closer, and the glow in her body intensified. She sniffed the air, almost like a predator, but there was no threat in her movements. She was curious. Something about humans triggered an instinctive reaction in her biology, a reaction no one had anticipated. "Captain," Lena said quietly, "I've never seen anything like this. Her body is reacting to our presence, but it's not harmful. It's more like an alert or a signal. Maybe it's how her species identifies other intelligent life." Elias nodded slowly. "Interesting, keep your distance. We need data, not panic." The glow continued to pulse. Lyra stepped closer, lifting one delicate hand as if to touch, then paused mid-motion. She studied the humans' expressions carefully, as if reading their intentions. Then, surprisingly, she spoke, not in words, but in a series of harmonic tones. The humans were silent, listening, unsure if it was sound or thought. Doctor Moore quickly activated a translation device, hoping to capture the frequencies. "It's a language," she whispered, "but it's musical. I've never recorded anything like it." Lyra repeated the tones, each one distinct, flowing, and rhythmic. Slowly, the humans realized she was not aggressive. In fact, she seemed to be attempting communication. Elias took a deep breath and stepped forward, raising his hand slowly. "Hello," he said, in the simplest language he could manage. The alien girl paused, then mirrored his gesture. Her glow dimmed slightly and the harmonic tones softened. She tilted her head as if processing the word. Elias spoke again, carefully. "We mean no harm, we are explorers." Lyra's body pulsed softly, then she extended her hand fully, pointing toward the forest. It was clear she wanted the humans to follow her. Elias looked at his team. "Stay alert, but we follow. We need to understand her, and we need to stay safe." The humans moved slowly, keeping their hands visible. Lyra led them deeper into the forest, her light guiding the way. The path was narrow, covered with glowing plants that reacted to her presence. Birds with translucent wings flew overhead, their songs harmonizing with her tones. Finally, they reached a clearing where the ground shimmered faintly. Here, the light from her body spread outward, illuminating strange structures, tall, crystalline towers that seemed alive. The humans had never seen anything like it. Dr. Moore gasped. "These aren't just structures, they're organic, living. Her species has built a city using biological architecture." Lyra turned to face the humans fully. Her glow brightened, and she emitted a series of tones that Dr. Moore quickly interpreted as a combination of words and signals. The device translated the nearest approximation. "Welcome, we watch, we learn, you are strange." Elias nodded slowly. "We come in peace, we are explorers, we want to understand, to share knowledge." Lyra's glow dimmed for a moment, and she studied him intently. Then she turned and moved toward one of the crystalline towers. The humans followed, cautious but determined. Inside, the tower was hollow, with walls that seemed to pulse with life. Light flowed through the structure, shifting colors in patterns that felt almost musical. Dr. Moore walked slowly, touching the walls lightly. Incredible, it's like the building is aware of us. Suddenly, the ground vibrated. The humans froze. Lyra's glow surged brightly, and she emitted a long, low harmonic note. The walls of the tower seemed to respond, shifting their color and pattern. The humans realized that the entire city was connected, an organic network, responsive to its inhabitants. "Captain," Lena whispered, "her reaction to us, it's not random. She senses humans and the city reacts to her. This is a form of communication we haven't seen before." Elia's eyes narrowed thoughtfully. "That explains why she reacted the way she did outside. Her species and their city are interconnected. They respond instinctively to visitors." Lyra moved closer to the humans again, lowering her glow. This time the pulses were slower, gentler. She seemed to be signaling trust or at least curiosity. Elias spoke quietly, carefully. "We mean no harm. We are here to learn, not to destroy." The alien girl's golden eyes reflected his own, and for the first time the humans felt a connection, a bridge between species. It was subtle yet undeniable. For a moment the distance between worlds seemed smaller. Hours passed as they explored the tower and its surroundings. The humans documented the structures, the organic architecture, and Lyra's behaviors. She guided them gently, showing them how the towers reacted to her presence, how the glowing plants communicated with the city, and how her species' instinctive reactions created a network of knowledge. By the end of the day, the humans set up a temporary camp near the crystalline city. Lyra remained nearby, her glow dimmed but still present, like a watchful sentinel. Elias looked at her and spoke softly, almost to himself. "You are different, but not so different. Maybe we can learn from each other." Lena Moore smiled. "Captain, I think this is only the beginning. Her reactions, they're biological, yes, but they're also cultural. She's showing us a way of life we can barely imagine. And if we understand her, we might understand her entire species." Elias nodded. "Then we stay vigilant. We observe, we learn, and we protect our team. Humanity has faced unknown worlds before, and we've adapted. This will be no different." As the twin moons rose higher in the sky, the alien girl sat quietly near the glowing plants, observing the humans with calm, luminous eyes. For the first time, they realized that contact with her species would not just be a challenge, it would be an opportunity. And in that moment, under the light of distant moons, humans and aliens began the first steps toward understanding one another. Little did the humans know, their presence had triggered something deeper in Lyra, a natural instinct that might guide her species to take notice of humans in ways no one could yet predict. The adventure had only begun, and the mysteries of Violia were waiting to unfold. The next morning, the humans woke to a soft amber glow. Lyra had been nearby all night, her luminous form casting gentle light over the camp. The team quickly gathered, eager to continue their study, but cautious. They had learned that her instincts could trigger reactions in ways they did not yet understand. Dr. Lena Moore adjusted her equipment. "Her presence affects the environment more than we expected," she said. "I need to study how her biology interacts with the city. There's something about her reaction to humans. It's like a key to understanding her species." Captain Elias Ward nodded. "Proceed carefully. Remember, we are guests here. Our actions matter." Lyra approached the team, her glow steady but calm. She studied the humans' movements, tilting her head when they moved too quickly, and then releasing soft harmonic tones. Lena recorded the sounds, carefully analyzing the patterns. "She's trying to communicate more clearly," Lena said. "These tones, they're more structured today. I think she's beginning to understand us as much as we are trying to understand her." The humans decided to follow her deeper into the crystalline city. The structures were taller and more complex than they had first seen. The walls pulsed with light that seemed to respond to both Lyra's presence and their own movements. It was as if the city itself was alive, an extension of the alien girl's senses. Lyra led them to a large central tower. The walls shimmered with intricate patterns, almost like a living map. Inside, the humans could see a network of flowing light connecting different parts of the city. Lena's eyes widened. This is amazing," she whispered. "The city is alive. It's as if it thinks, reacts, and learns, and she is the interface." Lyra pulsed gently and emitted a series of tones that Lena's device translated. You are safe, you see, you learn, you ask, good. Elias stepped closer, speaking slowly. We want to understand your people. We mean no harm. Can you show us more? Lyra hesitated for a moment, then moved to a side chamber. The humans followed and found themselves in a vast hall filled with glowing orbs floating in the air. Each orb contained images, scenes from Lyra's life, her people, and the natural world of Violia. Dr. Moore gasped. These are memories or records. She's showing us her history. Lyra emitted a soft tone, and the closest orb expanded, showing a scene of other alien children playing in the glowing forests. Their laughter, converted into harmonic tones, filled the room. Elias realized that this species had a form of culture, of joy, that was entirely alien but familiar in essence. This is incredible, Elias said. We need to document everything. Our people back on Earth will never believe this. The team spent hours observing, recording, and interacting with the city. They discovered that the crystals responded to emotion, tone, and intent. Lyra's reaction to humans was only the beginning. The city amplified her instincts and allowed communication on a much larger scale. But not all discoveries were simple. As the sun of Violia rose, the humans noticed that Lyra's glow was changing more rapidly than before, pulsing with an intensity that made the air vibrate slightly. Captain, Lena said with concern, her reactions are becoming stronger. It's not harmful, but it's unpredictable. We need to be careful. Elias nodded. Stay alert. Let's keep our distance until we understand what's happening. Suddenly, a sharp vibration ran through the floor. The walls pulsed violently and the floating orbs flickered. Lyra's glow surged bright and intense, and the harmonic tones became faster and louder. The humans instinctively stepped back. It's a warning, Lena said, awe in her voice. Something is triggering her instincts. Maybe her people are nearby. As if on cue, figures emerged from the forest outside. Tall, elegant aliens approached, their forms shimmering with the same luminescence as Lyra. They moved gracefully, observing the humans with curiosity but caution. Lyra's glow shifted, sending rapid signals to the city. The walls pulsed in response, creating a protective barrier around the humans. Elias raised his hands slowly. We come in peace, he said in the simplest words he could choose. The leader of the aliens stepped forward. Unlike Lyra, her glow was steady, almost regal. She emitted a tone which Lena's device quickly translated. You are strangers. Why are you here? Elias swallowed. We are explorers from another world. We mean no harm. We wish to learn, to share knowledge, to understand your species. The leader studied him for a long moment. Lyra's glow softened and she moved closer to the humans. The leader emitted another tone. Your intentions are different. We see her signal. She has chosen to guide you. You are unusual. Elias felt a thrill of both relief and pride. Humanity had faced the unknown before, and once again, humans were demonstrating curiosity, caution, and respect. Lyra had trusted them, and her species had noticed. The leader signaled, and the protective glow around the humans shifted into an invitation. Slowly, Elias and his team followed Lyra and the other aliens deeper into the city. Along the way, the humans observed more of the alien culture. The buildings were not only functional, they were works of art. The crystals sang softly, telling stories, showing history, and responding to presence. Lena was in awe. This is beyond anything we imagined. Their biology, their technology, it's all integrated. They live in harmony with their world. We can learn so much. Elias nodded. And we will, but carefully, we must show respect. They arrived at a large open plaza in the center of the city. Aliens of all ages moved gracefully, glowing softly, observing the newcomers with a mixture of curiosity and caution. Lyra's presence seemed to reassure them. The leader approached Elias. Your species shows courage. You face unknown worlds. You ask, you observe, you respect. That is remarkable. Elias felt a sense of pride. Humanity had always been curious, inventive, and resilient. That spirit now was being recognized by another intelligent species. Suddenly, a low vibration ran through the plaza. The humans froze. Lyra's glow surged again. The leader emitted a rapid series of tones, which Lena translated as, Threat approaches. You must leave the city. It is not safe. Elias looked toward the forest. Sensors indicated large creatures moving toward the city, not native but predators drawn to the unusual activity. Humans were small, fragile, but the city and Lyra was powerful. We need to protect the team, Elias said. Lena, get the data. Everyone else follow her lead. Lyra pulsed with light, and the city responded. Crystalline walls rose, enclosing the humans and aliens in a protective barrier. The ground vibrated as the approaching creatures advanced, only to stop at the edge of the city's glow. They could not enter. The humans watched in awe. The alien city was alive, reactive, and intelligent. It had not only protected its inhabitants, but was now safeguarding the humans. Elias realized that this planet, this species, and their incredible biology could teach humanity lessons beyond technology. They could teach respect, patience, and the power of harmony with nature. Hours passed as the creatures eventually left. The humans and aliens exchanged soft harmonic tones, calming the city and its inhabitants. Lyra's glow finally dimmed to a gentle pulse, signaling relief. Elias turned to Lena. "We've learned more today than in months on other planets, and this is only the beginning. Humanity has a lot to offer, but also a lot to learn." Lena smiled. "Captain, it's clear that Lyra's instinctive reactions brought us here. She chose to guide us. Her species recognizes intelligence, curiosity, and respect. That is very human," Elias nodded. "And humans will rise to the challenge. We explore, we adapt, and we learn. That's who we are." As night fell over the crystalline city, the humans camped safely inside the plaza. The twin moons of Violia shone brightly, casting soft shadows over the glowing structures. Lyra sat nearby, her glow gentle, her harmonic tones calm. Humans and aliens had established a fragile but promising understanding. Elias looked around at his team. "Tomorrow, we continue to learn, we continue to respect, and we continue to show the best of humanity." Lyra's glow pulsed faintly, almost like a smile. The bond between species had begun, and deep within the forests of Violia, unknown challenges awaited. But the humans were ready. They had courage, ingenuity, and the ability to face the unknown with honor. For the first time, they felt truly connected to another world and to another intelligent species. And as the stars shimmered above, the adventure was far from over. The following day dawned bright on Violia, the twin suns casting golden and silver light across the crystalline city. The humans awoke inside the central plaza, their temporary camp safe under the protective glow of the city. Lyra sat nearby, her luminescence calm but steady, as if preparing for the day ahead. Captain Elias Ward gathered his team. "We've learned a lot," he said, "but today we face the real test. The alien leader has warned us that outsiders may return. We must show our worth not just to survive, but to prove humanity can be trusted." Dr. Lena Moore nodded, checking her equipment. "We've already observed the city's intelligence, its responsiveness, and its history. But there's more. We need to understand how it works and how to communicate effectively with Lyra and her species." Elias glanced at Lyra. The alien girl's golden eyes met his, and her glow pulsed softly in acknowledgement. It was as if she understood him completely. The city was unusually quiet that morning, its organic structures reacting subtly to the humans' presence. Lyra led the team to a large chamber at the heart of the city. The walls pulsed with slow, rhythmic light, displaying symbols and images of the planet's history. Lena approached an orb that glowed brighter than the others. Inside, she saw images of other species approaching Violia long ago, creatures that had been curious, aggressive, or fearful. "These are previous visitors," she whispered, "and the city, it remembers them all." Lyra pulsed, emitting tones that Lena's device translated. "Some survived, some left, some were lost. Your species will be tested." Elias understood immediately. The city was not only intelligent, it was protective, but also selective. It had standards. Humanity would have to prove its ingenuity, adaptability, and respect for life to gain full trust. Hours later, the test began. The ground trembled slightly and the walls pulsed brighter. From the forest outside came the low rumble of large creatures, the same predators that had approached the city before. Lyra's glow surged, sending signals that the humans could now partially understand. "They approach, you must act." Elias turned to his team. "This is it. The city will respond to her instincts, but our actions matter too. We need to act wisely." The creatures approached the barrier, testing its strength. Elias noticed that their movements were purposeful. They were intelligent predators, adapting to the city's defenses. Humans, fragile by comparison, could not simply rely on technology. They had to think, observe, and act creatively. "Lena, analyze the city's pulse patterns. We need to predict how it will respond," Elias said. Lena studied the shifting lights. It reacts to her emotions and our intentions. If we show fear or aggression, it may weaken. But if we act calmly and strategically, it strengthens. Elias nodded. Then we remain calm, coordinated, and precise. Humanity has faced dangers before. We adapt, we learn, and we persevere. The predators advanced, but the humans noticed a gap in the barrier's pulse near the eastern edge of the plaza. It was subtle, almost imperceptible, but it offered an opportunity. Elias made a decision. Team, we guide the city's response. We draw them toward the gap without endangering ourselves. Using drones and portable lights, the humans created controlled distractions, leading the predators toward the eastern edge. Lyra's glow synchronized with their movements, sending pulses that reinforced the city's defenses where needed. The predators tested the gap repeatedly, but the humans' strategy forced them to retreat step by step. Hours passed in tense coordination. The humans learned to anticipate Lyra's signals, and the city's organic architecture responded to their movements. Together, they created a defensive dance, humans, alien girl, and city acting as one. Finally, the predators turned away, retreating into the forest. Lyra's glow dimmed slightly, signaling relief. The humans had passed the first test. Elias exhaled, feeling a mix of exhaustion and triumph. We did it, together. Humanity and her species have proven cooperation works. But the test was not over. Lyra led the humans to a chamber deeper inside the city. The walls pulsed with a different rhythm, displaying images of the planet's ecosystems, forests, rivers, skies, and the glowing lifeforms that inhabited them. Lena approached one of the orbs. This is their environment. The city monitors it, maintains it, protects it, and now it's showing us that humans can influence it. Lyra emitted tones that translated roughly as, "Next test, you must show understanding, respect life, preserve balance." Elias nodded slowly. This was a moral test, a challenge to demonstrate humanity's wisdom, not just its survival skills. The humans spread into the chamber, observing holographic simulations of the planet's ecosystems. Each action, moving objects, interacting with the holographic environment, affected the light, the energy flow, and the lifeforms displayed. Lena studied the patterns. Every choice matters. If we disrupt balance, the city senses it. We must act carefully. The team carefully interacted with the simulations. They learned quickly. Moving too aggressively caused disturbances in the holographic rivers. Touching certain plant images caused pulses that dimmed nearby orbs. But by observing, predicting, and acting gently, they could restore balance. Elias smiled. This is humanity's strength. We learn, adapt, and correct mistakes. That's how we survive on unknown worlds. After hours of careful work, the city's light pulsed steadily, calm and harmonious. Lyra's glow brightened, signaling approval. The alien leader appeared, her luminescence steady and regal. She emitted a tone that Lena translated. You have shown courage, intelligence, respect, and adaptability. Humanity is worthy. Elias bowed slightly. Thank you. We mean to honor your trust and learn from your world. The leader's glow softened, and she gestured to the city. Images of the planet's history, culture, and species appeared, shared openly. The humans realized that they were being offered a true exchange, knowledge, friendship, and the chance to build a lasting relationship. Over the next few days, the humans and aliens worked together. Lyra guided them through more of the city, teaching them about communication through light and sound. They learned how her species, biology, and the city's architecture were intertwined, creating a system that was resilient, adaptive, and deeply intelligent. Elias was struck by one thought. Humanity had faced countless unknown worlds, but few had offered opportunities for true learning. Here on Violia, humans were not just observers. They were participants in a living, breathing system. One evening under the twin moons, Elias spoke with Lyra. You trusted us, your species tested us, and we passed together. Lyra's glow pulsed gently, almost like a nod. Her harmonic tones were soft, musical, and calming. Elias could feel a connection, a bridge between species that transcended language. Dr. Moore approached, smiling. Captain, this is more than science. This is humanity at its best. Curiosity, respect, courage, and the ability to learn from mistakes. That is why humans endure. Elias nodded. And it's why we will continue to explore, adapt, and survive. We face the unknown, we face danger, and we face challenges, but we do so with intelligence and heart. The humans spent several more days in the crystalline city. They documented everything. the city's organic architecture, the alien species biology, and their interactions. They shared knowledge, offered ideas, and learned to navigate a world that was both beautiful and complex. When it was time to leave, Lyra and her people accompanied them to the edge of the city. The protective barrier pulsed one last time, a gesture of trust and farewell. Elias turned to the alien leader. "Thank you," he said sincerely. "We will honor your world, your people, and the lessons we've learned." The leader nodded, her glow steady. "Humanity shows promise. You are clever, brave, and respectful. We will watch, we will remember, and perhaps one day you will return." Lyra stepped forward, her glow warm and soft. She touched Elias' hand lightly, not in a physical sense, but through the city's energy. He felt a gentle pulse of connection, as if part of her world was now part of him. As the humans returned to their spacecraft, they looked back at the glowing city of Violia. The alien girl, the leader, and the other inhabitants waved, or something like it in their own way. Elias smiled. Humanity had faced the unknown, adapted, and earned trust. And for the first time, he felt it deeply. Humans were not just explorers. They were ambassadors, capable of forging connections, earning respect, and rising to challenges with courage, intelligence, and heart. The twin suns of Violia sank below the horizon, painting the sky in gold and silver. The humans departed, carrying with them knowledge, experience, and hope. Lyra watched from the crystalline city, her glow fading into the night, but leaving a lasting imprint on those who had earned her trust. In the endless expanse of the universe, humans had proven once again that they could face the unknown, learn from it, and rise above challenges, not through strength alone, but through ingenuity, courage, and respect. And somewhere on Violia, an alien girl pulsed softly, remembering the humans who had earned her trust, and waiting for the day their paths would cross again.